Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Guys, and as you guys know, this is also the Thinking Man's channel. On this channel, we encourage free thinking. We want people to open their minds and actually think about things. I want you guys to stop and think and stop allowing people to control your mind. Your true power begins when you start to think. Because if you limit your thinking, you limit your power. And that makes you totally subject to the whims and passions of others. You become a lackey, a tool, and a footstool for those who actually controls you. Anyway, let's get right into today's topic. I was walking in downtown Kingston yesterday, Friday, January 31st, and I saw something which made me see exactly where this country is going to be in 18 years from now. We will become the land of depraved people, a land of savages, a land of barbarism. Total chaos, no rules, no values, no systems. A place where what we are looking at in today's reality, with the crime and decadence, will be like a picnic walk compared to what it's going to be in only about 18 years' time. And believe me, it might reach critical mass to the point where it cannot come back. And Jamaica, as the place that we know and love, will be no more. And to give you an idea what I'm speaking of, I'm going to ask you to take a look at this video. It's only a few seconds long, and it was taken at the corner of West Queen Street and Princess Street. Now look at that individual. Look how him come a road. It was a deliberate act to draw down him shots totally and physically under him ass and show him draws as an aspect of his personality. Now, if you're not a discerning person, if you're a shallow person, you're gonna say to yourself, so what? It's just a man personal style. But there's more to it than that. A lot more to it than that. It is showing that we as a nation, in terms of morals and principles and ethics, we are approaching critical mass. And critical mass is that point you reach when there is no turning back. It will just escalate exponentially to the doom of the society. And this shows that we are getting there. Because I know him one. Now, I have the solution to fix all of this. Because trust me, it can be fixed. Let me make that clear. It can be fixed. And I'm not talking about pipe dream. And we're going to get into the solution. But by the way, I need to state this. This video is aimed at every Jamaican. As a matter of fact, anybody in any society in the world that has problems. Sadly though, only the top 8% of my viewers and subscribers to the channel are going to watch this video to the end. So this video was not made because I wanted to make any money. Because nobody is going to... The TikTokers would have left already, or it's gonna leave in the next 2 minutes or less. The well-thinking people who love their country, the type of people I'm going to target, albeit it's for everybody, they are the ones who can help to provide the solution. So you, my topmost intellectual viewers and subscribers, stick with me. Because if you follow this video to the very end, within there we will see something that we can hand over to any government. It's a blueprint that can be used by the government to change the situation, turn it around and turn the situation back to where we can become a civilized and moral society again. So, where do we start? First, we need to start by knowing where we're coming from. Because if we don't know where we're coming from, we won't even know where we're going, nor where we want to go. So, let's go back to this individual with this depraved appearance. This depravity did not start with him clothes. It started in our mind. It started in his upbringing. It started with his parents. It started with the society and the environment in which he lived. Now, for context, let us assume that he is 18 years old. He's probably older than that, but the reason why I say let's use the age 18 is because 18 is the age of majority. The stage where everything in your done set. Although I can say by the age of 12, everything in your done set for life. So if he is 18 years old and were to breed one girl, because only a girl would have breed for him anyway, he would have even opened them leg for him. In 2043, that boy, if it's a male, is going to be a reflection of this way I look on right there. So, gonna be like that or worse. It is a 1 in 100 chance that it will look any better than this. Because it began in the home. If him look like this, him a go grow in picnic with the same value. And the woman will breed for him, the fact that she find interest in this enough figure game pum pum, she will be no better than him. So in 18 years time, you will be looking at one of these same things here. That's in 2043. Now let's think back now. Let's assume that his parents were also 18 years old when they had him. That was in 2007. And they more than likely are a reflection of him because of them bring him to become this. And if his parents were 18 in 2007, the people, his grandparents, who bring forth his parents, were 18 years old in 1989. And his great-grandparents would be born in 1971 if they had him, considering that they would have had him at the age of 18 also. And the parents before them, if them had that great-grandparents, his great-great-grandparents would have been born in 1953. I said all that to say this. You can't bring sitting like so unless you was like so. Because these things begin in the home. So, if here now in 2025, if we do not put a stop to it in a 2025, then in a 2043, when this reproduce, and the other 18-year-olds like him reproduce, as I say, 18 is just a figure I use for practical reasoning. The problem will have increased exponentially. So, how do we fix it? The same situation which caused him to become this is where we have to start to attack the problem. In order to explain it, let me go back to Friday, January 12th, 2023. In a speech at the Manchester High School on that day, things had gotten so bad in Jamaica with school fights and misbehavior that Andrew Holness said he is going to be asking the Ministry of the Minister of Education to include conflict management as part of the school's curriculum. Now, if you reach the stage in your country that you're going to have to include conflict resolution and stuff as part of the curriculum, not as a little extracurricular activity, but as one of the mainstream component of class subject, that shows that things is approaching critical mass. But I said that to say this. Any society that has to include conflict management as part of its school's curriculum, that society has already fucked up, and fucked up badly. Because students should have turned up in school already fixed in their mind not to create conflict. But of course, that would require them coming out of a good home. Because all of this conflict and all of this that we're seeing around here started in the home. In other words, two Lego beasts breed in a 1953, 18-year-old Lego beasts, have Pickney who then breed two more Lego beasts like themselves in a 1971, who then breed become 18 and breed more, carrying more Lego beasts in 1989 at the age of 18. Then those in a 1989 in a 2007, them breed carry more Lego beasts, which bring forth this one I know with the red jaws in a 2025. Who going come to 2043 and breed something else like himself? It starts in the home. So where do we go to turn off the pipe? Right, in the home. So, practically, how do we do that? Because you can't wait till them come at school. See, you start trying to fix it. Because by the age of 5, a child has already acquired the basic foundation. Should have already acquired all of the basic foundational mental features that is going to form the basis for the rest of their lives. By the age of 5, then you take from 5 to 12 to plant the seeds and grow the tree and nurture it by them reach the age of 12. So every child should have gone to school well behaved. But what? Parents and then parents and then parents go back way down the line to the 1950s. Never have no values and had nothing to pass down to them, and them come just like them progenitors way down the line. So here is how we stop it. First thing we have to do is to recognize that most of these mothers today has no parenting skills. And the reason why they have no parenting skills is because they grew up without no values. So they have nothing to pass on to their children. So we have to now give them some values. What the government needs to do is to start at Jubilee Hospital in Kingston. Well, actually start from any hospital. In order for you to register your newborn baby, you have to also register for parenting development programs. You have to take, or what to say, parents, both men and women, have to attend events where they learn parenting skills. And at the end of the course, however long it may be, we will decide, the government will decide if they are fit and appropriate parents to continue raising that child. Because some of these mothers, them no have no values. And lacking values, they have nothing to pass on to the picnic, so you can't blame the picnic. Because that is how the child grew up. Their incubation period expired before they get any form of brought-upsy. So the child grew up with no personal values, no social values, no self-respect, no manners, no dignity, no social skills, no etiquette, no principles, etc. Because why? Because the parents we are bringing them up never have none. Going back generations. It is homes like those which creates creatures like these. Now, when you're going to get your child the various vaccinations, you will have to take that certificate to the clinic and show that you have attended the classes or at least have registered for the classes in order for your child to get the various vaccines. Upon your child start infant school at the age of 4 or 5 as the case may be, you would have to have attended those classes and seen to be a fit and competent parent, or else your picnic can't register. Or the picnic will register, but the state will take your picnic. Since you obviously no one no other way to grow your picnic but the way of the Lego beast that you are, then you lose your right to your child. When the child go to finish basic school and reach the age of 12 and is now heading to high school, again, the parent will have to come and attend different set more advanced classes now that their child is at that age. And the level or intensity of this further training where the child reach high school will be based on how their child was behaving. Because at any time, the government scene where you are pushback from what the government policy is and they're trying to teach your child, the government are going to take your picnic. Because you are not a fit and competent parent to be growing a child. Now, these young ladies in its current stage in 2025 who are in high school and the young men, their parents will also have to come to these seminars, which will be held more like every 3 months, where they will be taught how to deal with their teenage children. These, of course, will be seminars where parents and from the basic curriculum and advanced parenting skills that they are supposed to learn and know and should be tested for on paper. Maybe even some practical test. This should be the place where they come and state the problems they are having and ask other parents to who might have had the same problem and who have dealt with it a certain type of way to tell them how they solved it themselves. Together, this is a place where parents can interact with each other as a community and help each other to change both themselves and to change the life of their children. Of course, there will be certain incentives for parents to come. We will ask places like Grace Kennedy, Muscle Jamaica Limited, Chassis Ramson, D&G to assist by providing maybe lunches for them if the seminars are in the summer, or provide some kind of snacks for them, gift baskets for those people who get the highest marks in the tests, and other incentives, other government incentives, maybe even an increase in their pass money. For those who have children with the best behavior, they get at the end of the year for Christmas an extra bonus of 1 extra month money if their children are of the best behavior. Things like that. Incentives. It's a carrot and stick approach. You get incentives for your child having the best behavior. You get punished by your picnic, get take away. If your picnic have no good behavior and you not change your ways and not grow your picnic any better. We either feed you with a carrot or we beat you with a stick. In other words, this is not an overnight approach. And it is clear that we will take at least 3 years minimum to see any changes. And it will take 15 years for everything to take effect. Remember, it took us about 45 years to get here. If we can take 15 years to bring back the society to where it belongs and have decent more than start breeding so much krebe, it is a start. Because the children that will be born this year, we expect them to be the ladies and gentlemen in 2043 instead of this sitting where we are looking on Yasso. Of course, there's a whole lot more aspect to this program and it cannot all be laid up here. So this is basically just a synopsis of what can be done, which of course is the only thing that can be done, apart from doing what Jesus would do. Take the whole effing lot of them and go drown them, just have a flood and just drown them, or go just spring all of them in a sea. But since that is not possible, which of course to me is neither here nor there, me willing to throw all of them in a sea and drown them. And just start again, just like Jesus. But since that's not feasible, I have just given the most practical solution. Now, if anybody can build this, I can create the total dissertation, the total plan, and hand it over to the government if any of them would be willing to look at this as a possible solution to save the country. So, If there's anybody who have any contact with government who can help to get them to listen to what can be done, I'll be quite prepared to volunteer my services at no charge to fix my country. Because this definitely is not what I want to leave for my children and grandchildren. Anyway, my top 10%, thank you for sticking with me to the end. Hope you like. Please leave your comments in the comment section. And as usual, I look forward to see you in my next video.